Happy Tuesday tips, everybody. Brock Higginson here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm just sitting here in the front room enjoying some sunshine without the cold. Everybody knows that my Tuesday tips usually have to do with gratitude. A couple of times we've stretched into looking at attitude, and those really have been the focus of the Tuesday and Wednesday videos that I've done. This week I'm gonna stretch a little bit into leadership and just ask for some feedback. And see what your thoughts are on it. I started off early in my career into leadership. So I've been an administrator in schools for about 14 years now. And some of the things that I do, and I don't know if they're, I don't know if they're right or not, but they are what I believe in, and I appreciate your feedback. So one of the things I really hold true to is being a transparent leader. Somebody that is open and honest with their staff, but I think this applies in many other aspects of life, and that's kind of what I want to get people's feedback on too. So I think it's really important that each year that you start off, or often when you can, is that you share your values with your team and your family, your friends, and that obviously that those values are seen in your actions. So for me, the value of trust and the value of relationship, the values of hard work, the values of honesty, those are things that I truly respect, and I try to exemplify in the way I lead myself. I would never ask my staff to do something that I wouldn't personally do myself. And I think that's what good leaders should do. I also believe that if you don't, what they say, walk the walk, that you should probably just keep your mouth quiet. You shouldn't talk the talk, because then I think you lose trust completely. I also believe that developing trust with people is incredibly important, and it does take time. It takes time, a different amount of time with different people. But if you lose trust, it takes 10 times as long to get it back. And that's why you have to be so careful in all regards, as a leader, as as a parent, as a friend. And so I caution people about that all the time, because if by chance you don't reflect your values and you do it openly or privately, it's going to take you a long time to build that trust back. And you need to be conscious of that. Now, I use this story as an example, but I'll just try to keep it brief. Sometimes I'll have little monkeys that will come to my office and I have to deal with them. And, it'll be one person on one side having a story, the little one on the other side having their story. And the one will say, "Oh, I was just walking down the hallway and they ran into me, knocked me down to the ground," which is usually not the whole story. But so one of the things I'll do is I'll ask a few questions, and then usually the student that's knocked the other child down, I'll say, what took place? And then sometimes I'll say, "Oh, I did it by mistake. I did it by accident." I'll hear that actually fairly often. And then I say immediately, when you knocked them down, did you say, "I'm sorry," and help them back up? And usually there's a couple of people that have observed what has happened. And they'll say, "No, I didn't. I forgot to." Then I say, whoa. You know what? If you're walking down the hallway and I was to bump into you, what do you think I would immediately say? "I'm sorry," and you'd apologize. And I'd say, "Yeah." And I said, "What if you were walking in the mall and you'd knocked into somebody?" Well, I would apologize. And I said, "Well, if you know that that's important to do, if you do something by accident, then why did it not happen at this time?" And so that's usually how I go about those types of things. And I see the same thing in a role of leadership, as a parent, as a friend. If you make a mistake and you've done something, then you need to be open and honest about it, and you need to immediately apologize and just say, "Hey, I gotta own this right now. I didn't speak to you respectfully." And I believe in the value of respect and honesty. So in front of everybody, I'm gonna admit, "Hey, I was wrong. I should never have said that to you, and I should never make you feel that way, or whatever may have taken place, whatever value you may have broken in that situation. Nobody's perfect, and I think everybody respects that too, by just being open and honest to them and just saying, hey, you know what, I think maybe I was a little harsh on that, and I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. If I did, I sincerely apologize, and I'll do my best not to do it again. And you can never say, I promise I'll never do it again. You know what? I think that's not being honest. I think that's setting yourself up for disaster. You got to try harder, absolutely do, but nobody expects anybody to be perfect in any type of relationship, whether you're a leader or whether you're you know, husband or wife or friend. But you know what? If you make a mistake, you're honest about it, and you try to move forward by working harder at it. And those are a few thoughts. I'd love your feedback, and I really do appreciate it. It only helps me become a better person, and maybe it gives you the opportunity to reflect on your relationships too. So like I said, just remember, it takes a while to build relationships, but if you break them and you break the values that you have within that relationship, it's going to take a long time to recover from that. So it just means you got to work harder. But all the best, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and I hope your Tuesday is just full of grace and gratitude and friendship. So all the best. Love you. Talk to you tomorrow.